Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Union Cross. There's a collaboration going on right now with Final Fantasy VII, and these medals are absolutely incredible. If you have any jewels left, I highly recommend pulling on this, even if you have Axel and you have Elsa on your speed and magic setup, and that's making you pass all the content. These next medals are above the meta, and they're 2-turn, and it's Final Fantasy VII. So if you're any kind of fanboy of or fangirl of this series, then you know this is a must pull. They're above meta, and it's Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Sephiroth. It's just so good. If you guys didn't know, I will be doing a 24-hour stream on this as well too, the remastered. I got myself a copy today. So today is the 9th. If you guys are seeing this, I should still be doing my 24-hour stream. Future me, if you're listening, you're a dumbass. I hope you're tired. but I've been waiting so long. So if you guys want to catch me, I'll be at twitch.tv/SmellyOctopus, where that's where my live stream is. There's a link down in the description, and I also leave a pinned comment if you guys want to go from there. If you want to stay away from spoilers, I totally understand. I've been waiting for a long time. I just did the original Final Fantasy VII playthrough on stream, and now I'm ready for the remastered. But we're here for the medals. Let's talk about the medals. So if you guys are pulling for this, good luck. This will probably go live when the medals go live as well. So, starting off with the banner, the banner is something that's going to have to be talked about. It's a 1 out of 3 chance to get the medal you want. So, if you only want Sephiroth, you have to pull 5 times, and in those 5 times, if you mercy pull is Sephiroth, then good, you won. If it isn't, you got to pull another 5 times. But these banners are kind of meh, but all 3 medals are incredible. I'm going to talk about them in a second. But also, the 5 mercy pull does not get stopped. So let's say first pull you got one of these medals, second pull you got a medal, it doesn't go back to 5. So let's say you do 1, 2, 3 pulls, and on the third pull you got the medal. Usually what happens on a 5 mercy pull banner is that it drops all the way back, so you have to do another 5 pulls for another guaranteed. But you can pull a medal every single time, and your 5th pull will still be a guaranteed medal. So the mercy pull is just a mercy pull. It's not if you don't get it, you'll get on the 5th one. No. If you get it, you're fine. And 5th pull, boom, you got it again. So it's a good banner if you get lucky. If you don't get lucky, I'm still dropping like 45,000. I'm doing at least 3 mercy pulls because I want 1 of each. These are limited time medals. They're probably not going to come back. This is for the collaboration, and that's it. Last time they did this for a couple of medals, they never came back. But other times they also brought medals that came back, but this might be a special occasion. It's the 4th anniversary, Final Fantasy VII collaboration. This might have nothing to do with the 4th anniversary. This is just because Final Fantasy VII is coming out at the exact same time of the anniversary. But we'll see if they even come back. I doubt it. I doubt these ones will come back. And if they do, they're going to be probably super expensive on some kind of avatar board or something ridiculous. So if you're going to get them now. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let me jump over to Discord and let's go talk about these medals. A huge shout out to Robloid for the little cute cutouts he does. Really nice, really clean actually, very, very clean. Thank you guys for the constant work you guys are always doing. Eileen, Robloid, Autie, all you guys. So this is Supernova ++ Cloud, Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud. He deals 3 hits for 2 turns. He buffs power metal strength by 3,000. You're getting 6,000 for 2 turns. That's 12,000. That's better than Axel, and that's better than Elsa. Overboard. Stop. That's it. Done. The rest of the medal doesn't matter, but it keeps going. Strength, upright, and power strength by 15. Targets defense, upright, and power defense down by 15. Perfect buffs and debuffs. And he also increases enemies counter by +1. Works with higher HP, so if you don't have a healer, he does less damage, but his smaller multiplier is 18.6. Still really, really good, and his max multiplier is 20.84. This man's multiplier is small. His smallest multiplier is Elsa's biggest multiplier. Look at this. That's Elsa, 18.60. Here's Cloud, 18.60 is his smallest multiplier. So even if you don't have max HP, he'll do the same damage Elsa does, but he's got 45,000 strength without traits, where my Elsa has 43,000 with 2,400 worth of traits. So already Cloud is just above and beyond. It's not like if Elsa comes out, new magic metal replaces it. No, even if you had a magic metal with this strength and that multiplier, Elsa would still do really, really good. So it's not like we're hitting a power creep, but we are hitting new power levels, and this is really, really good. So hopefully you guys can get Cloud and the next medal. So on top of that, his Supernova goes above and beyond as well too. 2 turns, power metal strength by 6,000, not 5,000, 6,000, and also increases your strength, upgrade, and power strength by 15, and gives you guilt bonus of 300%. Really good medal. Next one is Sephiroth. Sephiroth is exactly the same as Cloud, just for reverse. So if you get 1 copy of this for your Fenrir's reverse slot, boom. So if you do get Cloud and you get Sephiroth and you get another Cloud and you get another Cloud, that Keyblade is going to be disgusting for a very, very long time, especially if you have the Renova Terra medal. So 2 turns, power metal strength by 3,000, strength, reverse, it's just reverse buffs, 15 all up and down for defense and buffs. He doesn't increase the gauge by 1, where Cloud does give 1 count to the gauge, but he doesn't affect gauges, and he has to have 1 enemy left to do max damage. But again, Sephiroth has a 20 multiplier if he doesn't hit 1 enemy. If he hits 1 enemy, 21.14. He is the stronger metal, not by much, but is the strongest metal no matter what's happening in the game. So if both of them hit their worst conditions, Sephiroth's still stronger. 20 multiplier. And then you got his Supernova Plus, by the way. It's 2 turns, power metal strength by 6,000. Got the buffs, got the debuffs, got everything you pretty much need there, all in the Supernova. So he casts his max buffs and debuffs, and he Supernova's max buffs and debuffs. 300% guilt, and that's about it. So very powerful medals. Then you've got Tifa. So Final Fantasy VII Remake Tifa, it's a little bit different, but not bad. It's not a 2-turn buffer. Axel was our 2-turn buffer, but she increases speed metal strength by 3,000, and she has your regular strength and all by 15. Same thing for defense down, max debuffs, max buffs. She gives 15% reflect of speed. So she's a PvP medal. Aerith is Tifa is a PvP medal. She does increase counters and damage with higher HP. So PvP, she pierces defense boost by 30%. So no matter if you pull for this banner, all 3 medals are incredibly good. Incredibly good for whatever you're doing, because she's still 45,000, 20.084 multiplier, 18.60 the smallest. PvE content, very viable, and then she's PvP. So she's like Elsa, where Elsa's really good for PvE and PvP. Just no 2-turn buff, but that 3,000 goes into 6,000 for every turn. So it's not too bad. Now, her Supernova for 1 turn increases speed metal strength by 6,000, gets you all those buffs, no debuffs, but it gives counter +3 and gauge restore 3, which can be very clutch in certain conditions. So doesn't matter what 3 you get here. Sephiroth being the best one, but you only need 1 copy unless you're working on Dark Gnaw. If you have pure Dark Gnaw setup of Sephiroth, that'll probably be the biggest meta in this game because he has all the buffs and debuffs, but he has the highest multipliers, and Dark Gnaw is a very thick Keyblade when it comes to Keyblade multipliers. So that's your best bet. Now there's one more medal though that's in this as well too, which is Aerith. Aerith is a free medal. In order to get Aerith, all you gotta do is complete a mission and you get your copy. If you complete the special mission, defeat 100 enemies, you'll get 1 copy of Super Burst or Supernova plus Aerith. And there's also missions for traits. You also get 5 missions for doing daily traits, clear Union Cross twice or 3 times, defeat 5 raid bosses, and clear 1 match of PvP, and you get yourself this plus traits. What does Aerith do? She has the ability Breath of Winds +6, 39,000 strength with a 16.98 multiplier. So not the best of the medals. It is free, it's expected, but still very strong nonetheless. For magic metal strength, you've got yourself 2,500 boost, which is not 3,000. Again, this is the free one, not the pull one, so they're gonna make it a little bit weaker, but just like Mickey, still very good strength, still very good multiplier, and very respectable buffs. It's on the average, and it gives you all the buffs and debuffs by 10, so not max buffs, but she restores 10 gauges and lower slot numbers. So she's supposed to be your first beginner buffer. Are you really gonna use her? It's a little hard because if you don't put her in the beginning, you're not really getting the buffs there, but she can be used with extra attack as your buffer when it comes to magic medals. Now, her Supernova is not 240 damage like the other medals. Again, she is a free medal. For 1 turn, magic metal strength by +5,000. So at least that's at 5,000, and the buff is at 2,500. So this is the older medals that were first coming out with these kind of buffs. She's got that. She's not dropping to the 1,500 or 3,000. She's got the 2,500 and 5,000 magic metal strength buff. And she gives you strength upgrade and PSM strength by 10. So she affects all power, magic, and strength, speed with her Supernova. 300% doesn't affect counters and restores 5 gauges. So Aerith is something you probably won't use, but use just because it's Aerith. That's all I gotta say. Besides that, she will do damage on the second slot or first slot, depending what you're doing. Most likely second slot if you're using Aqua as your Renova medal, but even Aqua would probably be better ahead of her just to get all the buffs from her. So she can be your beginning buffer, and then Aqua can be your attacking medal, and this medal will keep like a second chance on her, just to add more of those buffs and debuffs there. So that's pretty much it. I'm polling. Again, I'm probably going to do for all 3 of them. I want the whole entire collection. I do want multiple copies of Cloud and Sephiroth, and that's because my current account, and this you can skip it. You can skip it. If you're not a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII, if you're already passing content, you're totally fine. So if you're anything like my accounts, where you have Elsa set up and an Axel set up, or one or the other, you're totally fine. And you don't have to have a full Elsa setup. As long as you can copy Elsa and you have something in between like Second Form Sora or some other future medal, you're totally okay. Same thing with Sleeping Lion. Sleeping Lion, I had a bunch of Chain of Memory Soras. Rage Form, I have 1 Axel, not 2. I wish I had more Axels. I'm not going to lie. If Axel comes back, I'm pulling for it. Unless something replaces him. But Chain of Memory Sora is almost just as good. Just not 2 turns. But having a copy medal to copy my Axel works out. And if I really want to, I can put Luke's sword copying backwards, copy medal over here. So technically I have 3 Axels. So as long as you have these kind of setups, you're okay. You don't have to work on your power setup, but having all 3 Keyblades fully decked out, especially if you got Lingering Will, is going to be really, really good. So I'm hoping for 1 copy of Sephiroth to put over here or here, and 2 copies of Cloud. So I can have 2 copies of Cloud. Lingering Will sit over here, and then Cloud. Do I have a Cloud just sitting around to put there, just for an example? The Cloud would literally go into the other slots, something like this. This would be Lingering Will copying Sephiroth because it is a stronger one, or Lingering Will copying a Sephiroth over here because these multipliers are really high. So having the Sephiroth over here, and then 2 Clouds over here, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Friend mirror, and then if you get all freaking Sephiroths, you know what's going to happen. Cloud, Sephiroth. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. Even with Sephiroth over here, just be like Sephiroth, Sephiroth, Sephiroth everywhere. Done. So that is pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys pull for this banner, and if you do, your power setup's going to look ridiculous. Tifa's still really good for that speed setup, and I'm probably going to replace a Chain of Memory Sora if I get Tifa, because Tifa does have 3,000 for each attack she does, and 6,000 that Supernova, so that entire banner is an upgrade for everybody. No matter what you do, at least do 1 5 mercy pull, or until you get lucky on the first pull. But if you pull on the first pull, you might as well keep going and get like 2 copies for under 15,000 jewels, and that is huge value. Good luck to you guys. Again, if you want to join me on my Final Fantasy VII Remaster stream, I'm in streaming right now when this video goes live. I should be, hopefully, and for the next 24 hours after that. So I should be live from today, which is the 9th, from 11 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern on the 10th of April. So 24 hours, hopefully. We'll see. But that's pretty much everything, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.